Welcome, welcome, welcome. Brothers, you already know who it is. I'm D.
I'm me.
It's the Future Fathers FF podcast.
Let's go. Got the bands in there.
Yeah.
Everyone's applauding.
That's
Nature,
right.
all of it.
As we should. My brother, how you been?
Alright, man, been good.
Yeah?
Been blessed recently, can't complain, you get me? Give thanks. You know what I mean? How about yourself, bro?
Brother, been blessed myself.
Mm-hmm.
Not too bad. Couple days off work.
Mm-hmm.
That's even that.
Yeah.
And now I'm chilling with you. Hey, my evening's good now, you know. Definitely. So, bro,
What you said? We've got for you this week, man.
I have a question for you.
Hey, forever,
Which-
boy. You didn't even ask.
Do you know, that's it. We just got straight into it. My brothers, how are you?
Hope you lot are good out there.
Yes.
Hope you lot have been good since the last time you
Yeah, man.
heard us on the airwaves.
Since we done chopped it up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. How you been? How's your days been? The weeks? Your months? How's the children? How's your mental state? I hope you don't lick
You know what I
nobody
mean?
today.
You know what I mean?
Don't worry if you did. They probably deserved it.
Beating.
Yeah, man. Well,
There's a lot.
yeah. You're not supposed to.
Can't beat you. You know?
Anyway, depends really. No. Let's stick away
That's
from that.
another topic for another day.
Yeah, that definitely is. But it does lead me quite nicely into the question that I have for you, my brother. I want to ask you, how do we as dads become more influential to our children? Now, I had a thought about this before you got here, and I said to myself, how do we do that? How would I do that? What would I do to be more of an influence to my children? For them to see me doing something and think, well, okay, yeah, you know what, I want to try that myself. Bro, do you know what? Educating myself. Because if they see me learning and they see me knowing more stuff, it's going to be like, well, I want to know that as well. Hopefully, I would hope that it would rub off on them like that. Not only that, showing respect to other people. I think that's a big thing. Because then they learn how to, as we've said on plenty of occasions, they learn how to operate in different circles and with different people.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? Grab the book. This how you know I was working, I had it written down.
Preparation.
Yeah, man. Keeping yourself healthy. When you keep yourself nice, your conditions up. At least you feel like, yeah, do you know what? If my children ask me to run, at least I can race them.
Yeah.
You might not be able to because of age and stuff, but at least if you feel like, yeah, do you know what? I can actually do that, yeah, that's a good thing. And I think the last one was, bro, taking risks. Take it within reason, certain risks, that not to just go out stupidly and do whatever you want and think, oh yeah, do you know what, it's gonna be okay. No, teaching them while you're taking risks that, do you know what, things don't necessarily pan out how you want them to. Things don't necessarily go to plan, but there is a way for you to get around it. And even if it doesn't go to plan, you learn how to adapt to different situations. You learn how to make certain things work. You learn struggle.
Yeah.
And we all know that builds character. It does teach you quite a few different things on learning and yourself. So I think those are a few things that help me get around the question, how do we become more influential to our children? Because within this day and age, when they got the internet at their fingertips, yeah, and there's other people out there influencing their every single thought. Even if we think, oh yeah, you know, it's nothing, like they might have seen something that's made them say something, or heard something that made them say something, or seen something that's made them do something. There's so many different avenues that they can be influenced by, and so many different people at different stages of their life. How do we as dads become as influential in their lives as those people.
Mad there. So I've been told 3 things come to mind when I ask that question. What's the ages? That's the main thing in it. But this is how kind of dads, we can be influential in our kids' lives, innit? Like,
Yep.
everyday actions that they see, like you said, they'll learn from us, innit? Everyday actions, innit? I feel like that depends on the relationship, number one, you have with the child. You get me? Whether they look at you, or whether you had that relationship where they look at you as, as a hero, or as, you get me, someone to look up to.
Yeah.
You get me? Number two, I think this is the thing what I kind of struggled with this question, and you get me? That.
Okay.
As a dad, so your influences what you were speaking about was like how to look after themselves in life and that. I mean, like, when your son hits a certain age, what your job is, what you wear to an extent, and how you come across as a person, kind of has an effect on how your kids see you. Like, so it's different, innit? When you're all young and that, and your kids' brethren see you all young and that, whatever. See, when all your kids are like 15, if you've got a lot of friends and that, obviously, like, they might not see a big difference in you, but when your kids start to see how other people see you, you get me? And the influence that you hold. Because watch this, I know a couple influential people, big up Freddy Krueger. His son, loves him and adores him, not because of who his dad is, but at the same time, who his dad is. I can see the blink in his eye when he talks about his pups, you get me? I've got a brethren who's his dad's influential on road. You know, man, I'm not gonna air him out. Yeah. But how he talks about his dad is just, so I think when your youth see how, because that comes into its play as well, innit? You get me? Like the influence, like if your youth sees that people listen to you to an extent, when they hit a certain age, they may give you that bit of a leeway, innit? You get me?
Yeah, because then that's kind of an outside influence.
You get me? Because
guided by your input. So.
Yeah, because influence is different than control, innit? You get me? As a dad, as a parent, you generally have control of that child, innit?
Yes.
Like, up to a certain age, innit? You get me? So they see you however they see you, innit? See that influence, that's mad. Like, you know how certain in the movies and that certain man are with their dads, like, my dad's that. Not even just in the movie, certain man like, my dad is this, he's this, that, and the other. I want to do what he does. That inspiration, you get me? I believe that comes from like, you know your dad either owns a business or he's working hard. You've gone to work with him a few times, growing up through work, through life and that growing up. You see how he reacts to his team at work, how he reacts to his brethren. I think there's a very big difference if people, in kids that see their parents social and their parents not unsocial. You get me? But if there's like, so you used to have a lot of parties. You get me? They've seen, the boys have seen that, so they're not.
So they know
socially awkward in that aspect. You get me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying to you?
They know what it's like to be around all heap of people.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying to you? So at the end of the day, I think that, I think up to a certain age, it's easy to be an influence in your kid's life. I think after, the roles, like when I say the roles, I mean like outside, innit?
Yeah.
Like outside becomes an influence. Phones, whatever the message is, phone, people, different messages, different messages become the influence. And you know, like I've always thought, like you get a child, and your child, all that, like it's typically at the far end of like they like cars, jewelry, all that. That's all they see. And you're a man who's a grafter. You ain't got that. You get me? Like I've seen it on my estate. You get me? I've seen it where dad's kind of had a job where you ain't really too proud of, you get me? And act out not the act out, because I know it's not really an act out, but it's,
I know what you mean.
you know what I'm saying? People are seeing your pops at work, like, you know what I'm saying? So I think with us as parents, it's mad, yeah. I think if you are influential human being, if you are confident, you don't have to be the richest person, but confident in what you stand for and who you are and what you stand in, yes sir, yeah, then I believe in my heart of hearts that you'll be that person at home as well. You get me? Yeah, like, but if you're someone who is just flat and very melancholy or magnolia, then it's hard to.
Yeah, you can't really be much
me?
of an influence
Yeah,
to your child
like,
if you're what they call vanilla.
Yeah, because everything's just outside.
Yeah.
Everything outside is more exciting. Like, okay, wow, oh, why is this going on over there, but it's not going on? Like, one of my biggest things was being my partner and seeing like how her family gets down certain time of year.
Yeah.
You get me? And then looking at my kind of grow up with my mum and that, and it's like, raw, like, so things are like this.
Yeah, because your missus' dad is a big influence on her.
Yeah, on the family, you get me? Yeah. Music, food, everything.
Yeah.
You get me? So it goes down.
It's the same thing with my missus. Her dad's a massive influence on her as well.
Yeah.
I think that's more the point I'm trying to. Hold on a second, people. Yeah. Evening.
That's the little big nephew. You get me? What's going on? Yeah, just there. Yeah. No, it's cool. We're gonna come see you when we're done, innit?
See you later, man.
Yeah, man. Big up the nephew.
Little big son.
You get me?
As I was saying, yeah, I think that's. What was that? I don't remember. Yeah, he came in and disrupted the whole thing. But it's alright. Yeah. I think with us being more influential to our children, as you said, it's different stages. And if you're a vanilla person, you can't really be that influential to your child because you made it. You said it very, very, very plainly. Everything outside is more exciting. Everything outside is more bright. It's more flavor. It's got more color. Everything is a little bit more than that. Just at home and not doing nothing. No, good. No. Man thought he locked us in. Don't worry, you didn't lock us in, bro. We're good, we're all right. Yeah, you just want to be influential. I think what I'm trying to say is, yeah, it's all right, man. I think what I'm trying to say is being, or should I say, becoming more influential in your child's life when they're growing, especially through their teenage years, it's a hard thing because they've got all the outside influence. Yeah. But trying to be more influential to them, as I stated with my things, is like, yeah, do you know what? In my head, just thinking about it and saying, all right, do you know what? I suppose what I was thinking was, what would I like to see? And it's not necessarily molding. Not necessarily molding. Like what I would want to see that would inspire me to want to do something. But then again, it's what I'm thinking about. It's not necessarily.
Do you know what? No, you're right on that. Because you know what? Yeah, every youth that I know whose pops weren't 100% present or whatever, that you want to call dad. Even if your dad's there and you know your dad's kind of moist, every youth wanted a cool pop that you could just. You get me? So
yes. Yeah.
With things that you think about what that person would do for you, like, yeah, it was like that. And then when you grow older, you inherently end up trying to do these things for your youth, what you wish was done for you. You get me?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like in that you do become somewhat influential. If you follow through with these things, you do become, like, if you're fun, you don't, like I said, you ain't got to have like a mad whip or a
no.
But if you're like fun, or can we do this, or go here, that's or even that, like, rest in peace, my Uncle Stephen. Yeah, I'll be real with you. This is how influential he was. Yeah, bro. Like every year, me and my cousin Kathleen, like he would take us to go like Like, so he was like involved in building the Emirates Stadium, innit? Like,
Yeah.
he's big in the game still. You get me? Every year he took us to theatre. You get me? Like,
Yeah.
in Inspector Calls, Starlight Express, all these little man, like, give a man a taste of that life, that world. You get me?
Yeah.
And like, obviously he died, and he's got 3 sons. And I remember at his thing, he was talking about how every Sunday, you get me, they'll ride their bikes, they'll go on a bike ride, or they'll do some type of activity, just him and the boys and that. And that just made me think, like, yeah, them man there, like, I know at least one out of these 3 boys, when they get bigger, like, a couple of them are big still, but when they get like having their own youth, that is going to be such an impact. You see that? Just having that time. Even on me, I was like, no, when I get the whip, I'm going to get bikes, new bikes, and I'm going to just take, because it's just making me feel like, bro, yeah, that's the influence. That's something that I would like to be able to instill to my children.
Definitely.
So that when they get big, they can, you know what I'm saying, have that time with their youths and that. So, yeah, no, bro, that it's the influence is important. I think like just being active and being a cool person, kids like to be active in.
Yep, they definitely do. And I think that right there covers taking risks, bro. To certain times you don't know whether you're gonna enjoy it yourself, and you're a bit apprehensive as a parent. You don't know whether you're gonna enjoy certain things, so you're like, do you know what? Yeah, do you know what? I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna take the youths, and we'll see if we all enjoy. If we don't all enjoy it, then that's fine. At least we all know what we're not doing again. You know what I mean? But if they do enjoy it, then that's a brilliant thing. You've taken a risk with them, and not only is it a good thing, but it's shown them, oh, do you know what? I can actually try stuff. Exactly. I can try stuff that I don't know, and I might like it.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's important.
it is. It definitely is, bro.
Sure.
It definitely is, because it teaches them that not everything goes how it's supposed to, and not everything you think that is bad is actually going to be bad. You know what I mean? Like, I've done, bro. You know, I don't do too well with heights. And when we went to Jamaica and the man there's jumping off of platforms into river,
yeah,
and the man said,
Say
5 meters. I was like, yeah, I'll jump 5 meters in. That's cool. Like,
so when you go out there, jelly.
yeah, bro. And then when the man said 10 meters, I was like, ooh, okay. I'm not. I don't do heights, my brothers. Listen, I do not do well with heights at all. But I got my 2 boys with me, my missus. Like, we're on holiday. You know what? I'm gonna jump. So I jumped, and the younger one at the time, he was like, "Oh my gosh, you jumped." The big one was like, "Oh my gosh, you actually jumped." Even my missus was like, "Right, you jumped, yeah, cool." When the man said, "Yeah, we're going up to the next one," I was like, "Nope, I'm done. I'm done. Forget it. Nope, I'm done." And I don't know what it was. The missus went up, and the eldest one went up, and it was just like, because he see me try something.
Yes, man.
It was like, do you know what? I may as well. I don't know if I'm going to try it again, because that's exactly what I said. I don't know if I'm going to get to do this again. This height, I can try. Yeah, I will do. When I tell you, brothers, man jumped off, what was it? I think it was a 15-foot platform they jumped off of into a 20-foot drop of water. So it totaled 35 foot. And they jumped, and I watched them, and I was like, do you know what? Well done. Go for it.
Gotta do something.
And those kind of risks, you have to take them. You have to, because it teaches them how to struggle through, and not only struggle through. Like we just said, you know what? I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy it, but I might do.
Yeah, you know.
There's always that I might do. You know.
Yeah, it shows them to take risks. Shows them to.
Yeah,
it's important. It is important.
And if I wasn't keeping myself healthy as well, I wouldn't be able to keep up with them. That's the next thing, my brothers. I tell you what, yeah. It's a shame when your children are running and they leave you. Yeah, it's a shame when they're running and they actually leave you, and you feel like, oh, Rod, you know, I used to be able to keep up with you. Yeah,
blowing you up.
Yeah, bruv. So yeah, keeping yourself in shape as well for me is a good thing, because not only for me in particular, for this particular reason, my boys are taller than me, yeah, and they're bigger than me, and not only that, they're like half my age. So for me, I get to train with my sons that are big boys now. So it's like, well, yeah, it's not competing. It's not keeping up with them. It's just
another level.
Yeah, man. I'm staying healthy, and I want to enjoy life with you. I think that's what it is ultimately. I want to enjoy this experience with you while I can. So I'm making sure I stay here as long as possible. And I think that's kind of rubbed off on both of them as well.
Yeah, bro.
I think that's the aim of the whole thing here. Being influential was just trying to have a little. You want to rub off on your children a little bit, just a little bit, just enough for them to not coast through life, but to have it. I don't want to say.
They man, they have to be. They've always had to be athletic, bro. Everything those boys have done from little, they've been athletic. They've been, you get me? It's problematic. The man have been athletic.
Yeah, if they weren't doing anything like that now, I would definitely would think there's something happened. Someone switched my children. It's not a joke. Like they've been in activity, but you know, I could say the same thing for your youth, you know, bro.
Yeah, all up.
I could say the same thing. And do you know what's funny? Even though they've all been involved in they're involved in sports, academically as well.
They're loud.
Come on, man.
All of them are loud.
And I think, for me personally, my brothers, like this is just me saying this. I think personally, yeah, that's the influence that my brother and their mum has had on them, because they've seen. You know what? They know where it is.
It's the ethic. You know what I'm saying to you? It's the ethic. They know what they have to do. They know what they have to do. It's the ethics too.
And you know the funny thing is, we're not talking about random children. Yeah, me and my brother collectively, we're talking about an age range. From what, 5 to 21. So we kind of know what we're talking about. Just a little
still,
bit.
Yeah, there's a lot to, you get me? Yeah, there's a lot to give still. Yeah, I think the influence is, you know what I think the biggest influence is? And it will always remain this, as far as I'm concerned. Your presence. Because you know what? You do not have to say a word to your child, you know.
They just watch you.
They will certain things they'll just pick up off, even if it's the fact that you don't talk. Your youth might just be like quiet, like.
Yeah.
Why are you like that? All this time, talk to their dad now. Like, right,
exactly
can't have no combo.
Exactly the same.
Do you know what I mean? I really, for better or worse, it's the presence. Like, bunning ganjas in front of your youth 8 times out of 10. Youth's gonna either bun it or try it. You get me? Yeah. If you are a family of drinkers, by the time 16, youth's definitely tasting champagne.
Yeah.
Don't mean they're gonna be an alcoholic, but that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's the pattern, like, raw. They've been around it, innit? Like, if you like, bro says, like, if you go gym,
their life, like.
If you go gym, you know, a fit family.
Come on, your children are involved. That's it.
Like, your youths are gonna be intrigued. Like, yeah, daddy, can you lift it? Like, raw. So I've got all that. Obviously, I go gym, innit? So I've got weights in my house as well. Like, out of all of them, it's the little one.
Yeah, because she's observing. That's what she's observing you're doing, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on, remember when I was in here constantly, my brother.
Working out with the boys.
What?
Yeah, come on. But it's just the present. It's what you do around your youth. What energy are you projecting around your youth? If you're projecting negative energy around your youth, that's gonna be the influence is gonna be negative. Unless your youth, by the universe's accord, fam, is the anomaly. Like, because you know what is in some families, where it is peak, there's that youth who's just different. You get me?
Oh, yeah.
Like, whatever reason, that youth is just different. You get me? And they're gonna cut through. and be successful and be positive out of a negative situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, whatever your influence, like your influence, your biggest influence, or lack thereof.
Yeah.
You get me? Or
So
lack
okay,
thereof.
okay. So that could be it. To have or gain better influence or become a bigger influence. The present.
Yeah, it all starts with that. It all starts.
Okay.
What else can it start with?
No, I can't really start with anything else, bro. Because if you're not there, there's nothing to be influenced from.
You get me? Even if you don't raise your youth, yeah, like you've had a youth with someone else, yeah, and like the youth's over there, but you become successful and you're on TV and you're on YouTube and you're doing your thing.
Yeah, you're gonna be
You're still
influenced.
present. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it's not the inside yard presence, but
Yeah.
like I grew up and I saw my dad doing this, that, and
Yep.
the other X, Y, Z. So yeah, I thought that let me try and see if I've got that in me. Boom, bam, 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 biggly. Or you know it. You know what I mean?
They're doing, they may not be, or they may be bigger.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. The influence, it definitely does start with the present. And
Especially for that.
yeah, like, come on.
I always look at it like this. The mum's got 9 months on us.
Yeah,
The
bro.
mum's always got 9 months on the dad, fam. Like, always got 9 months on, man. Like,
Yeah.
you've got 9 months more of feeling, spiritually, mentally connecting with that child in your body. When that youth drops, that's when I get to know
Yep.
who that person, like I
Yeah.
get to touch and,
That's
you know
when
what I'm
I get
saying?
to meet you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
before that.
mumsies have whatever, if it's a full term 9 months, you like, right, obviously, you know what I'm saying, I'm just being broad, innit? But like, yeah,
Pregnancy in general. Yeah.
they get their time. They get their time.
Yeah, we're kind of, we're lacking.
You know what I mean? No, not even
No,
lacking.
not lacking. Yeah,
Our
they
angle's
got a head
different.
start on us.
Yeah, our angle's just different, how we gotta come into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I definitely that's presence. I believe it brings safety, it brings stability. Even if you're not the whammest guy, like raw, like your youths will still feel safe with you. You know? Your youths will
Of
still,
course
up
they
until a
will.
certain age, if they start clocking like,
Yeah.
right, you're not really about that. But if they know, like, yeah, your youths will feel safe with you. They will feel no way. They will walk everywhere with you and not question anything. You know what I'm saying?
You're
to you?
still dad.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
don't matter. You're still dad.
Trust me.
Like you could, it doesn't really don't matter what size you are, bro. Like, it really doesn't matter. You could be any size.
Get me?
It's my dad. I'm gonna get my dad. That's it. It don't matter.
Yeah, trust me.
I'm gonna tell my dad. It really don't matter.
In my
and-
head, it's the real set.
No, go on.
Like, in my head, it's literally, like I said, your presence or lack thereof. You get me? If it's not there, that can be an influence also too.
Oh yeah.
That can be the I'm feeling, start feeling urges. You get me? Or
Yeah,
it could
bro.
also prompt the child to be like, well, this is what I would like to be like.
Yeah.
It's still an influence, isn't it? Everything we do, I reckon.
Every single. I was just gonna say that, bro. It's not one and two things. It's everything. The things you do, the things you don't do. The things we say, the things we don't say. Every act, every non-act, everything. And I think the question is kind of a moot question. How do we become a bigger influence or more of an influence in our children's lives? It definitely does start with presence. Most definitely.
Yeah, because you know what, sir, cut you
No,
again.
go
Like,
on.
when you just said that, I just thought to myself, nice building. The more time you spend with the child, obviously, the more influence you're
Yeah,
gonna be.
exactly. That's it.
You know what I mean? You're out there. You make sure you got a dedicated day, a month or a week or however you
right.
do it. You
Oh,
know that,
right.
yeah, boom, on this time, yeah.
See,
Certain time they might even be looking forward to like, yeah,
Yeah.
cool. What we going to do next week, yeah? Yeah, next week. Alright, cool.
yeah, see now, as you say that, I kind of got little implementation of that in there. Mondays is the day that I sit down with my youngest one.
Yeah.
Tuesdays, I don't sit down with him. It's either music or gym.
Yeah, you pattern,
Yeah.
do something, you get me?
Tuesday is the big one, gym. That's it.
Yeah.
Wednesday, me and the missus sit down. Thursday, me and my brother.
Yeah, we get into it. But
Yeah.
that.
Friday, my editing. Saturday is all of us. Sunday, I do my cooking. Boom, done. Go on.
That's
But
another
actually,
thing as well.
Actually, Saturday is more like the day when I don't see them.
Yeah, but that's another thing as well. Delegation of time.
Yep. Yes. I think that is another big influence on them as well. When they see you managing your time better, it teaches them how to do that as well. Yes.
Yeah, 100% delegation of time. There's so much time that we have. That's how we use
So much and so little at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it goes past so quickly. But we think, oh yeah, do you know what? We got all the time in the world.
That's what I'm saying to you. Do you know what? Yeah, I reckon it's relative. Obviously, within a certain, like, if you live past a certain age, and you get me. But I'm like, see that time thing, cool. Whatever you're doing. Sorry to come off the topics, my girl, but I had to drop this one. You get me? But whatever you're doing there, so say you're chasing. So for example, you've got your dream, brothers. Yeah, you're chasing your dream. Alright, cool. 5 minutes, yeah. 10 minutes, yeah. Forget that. Half an hour, yeah. Watching your favorite program, yeah.
Okay.
Or half an hour editing. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Ooh.
Yeah. An hour playing game, or an hour filming content. Like, there's a lot of time. I remember days being a youth of playing game until man's eyes. You know when you're like raw, like, okay, I'm back I'm back here. Like, imagine man spent those hours.
Yeah. Putting it into something.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have, and that's why they become greats.
Yep.
You get me? That doesn't mean that anyone else can't become a great and that.
Nope.
But like, that's what it is. 10,000 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Utilization of time, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Utilization of time, you get me, and management, because they can. That's like you said. It's a big influence that teach our youth to say, alright, cool. You know what? I've got to dedicate this to work.
That's right.
And then boom, I've got these little pieces of time I can dedicate to family, or vice versa. However, that person lives.
Yeah, man. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing when you see them start to develop certain skills as well. And I'm sure you see it in your eldest now. She's working and doing her thing, and time management now. It must be like, oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Still, can I get a lift? You get me?
Yeah.
But
come on, that's
you know what I mean. Like,
that's gonna happen.
It's good to see how she's handling things and on top of things.
Yeah. It is, man. It's a blessing.
Even the boy, do you know what it is? Even the middle one, because he's at that age where, like, so he's been doing things where people have called him in, certain companies have called him in, give talks and that, innit? Because of how he deals with people, you get me?
Yeah.
Like, he's seen little things of how I've dealt with people, how his mum's dealt with people, big groups, small groups, intimate settings, seminars. He's come to work with me on numerous occasions, so he sees how man deals with the classes, he deals with people. So, like, all the influence is just. I was
just gonna say, there's the influence right there.
But that's not just all me. That must be people. Like, obviously, remember.
I'm not saying that it's
no.
you.
I'm not even saying it's you. Remember, yeah. As much as we would like to be the main influence, this is how I see it. Yeah. Think of yourself, innit? After a certain point in life, yeah.
Go on. Yep.
Like, you're gonna hear your mum.
Yep.
And you're gonna hear your pops, stepmom, stepdad, grandma, auntie, whoever it is, yeah. But man ain't really trying to hear all that. I'm gonna try and see what's going on over here. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you
have to kind of lay the foundations first.
Yeah, fam, just so that you know how to. Because there's gonna be influence from everywhere else. Like, even like, think about you yourself now as a big man.
Yeah, bro.
Did you buy them trainers because you like them trainers, or did you buy them because everyone around that might like that style of trainers, or You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah. Are you going to Novu because you really like the food, or is it because someone that you know who you rate highly is like, yo man, come go Novu?
Yeah.
And then you know what I'm saying to you, like, everything I believe is.
Yeah, it is
an influence in a sense.
Shape or form,
obviously, within that influence, you take pieces and then you make your own thing, and then you influence others through that.
Yeah.
But I believe influence is just another form of inspiration. And
it definitely is. It is, but it isn't, because inspiration can be drawn from various different things.
That's what I'm saying. It's another form of inspiration.
It is. Influence is pretty much,
influence, in my personal book, someone, it doesn't have to be positive and it doesn't have to be negative, but someone saying something to you which inspires you to act in a certain way, innit? Yeah, inspiration doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh, it's inspired to draw like a 6-feet chapel.
Yeah.
Inspiration is the thought of and to act upon. You get me?
Yeah.
So
Same thing with influence.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if I say to you, bro, do you know what? Can't we just bust that bottle? You had no thoughts in your head of busting a bottle, yeah?
Yeah,
But man said, bro, can't we just bust that? And you're like, do you know what? I'm feeling good right now, bro. Do you know what? Alright, cool. Now you're inspired. Like, yo, yeah, can we get into it now? I've stirred certain feelings and thoughts. You get me?
Yeah.
Like, influence is inspiration. You get me? For all of you lot who are Christians or whatever, you see when my man said, apparently when my man said to Eve, like, yeah, you know, over there, the apples, you learn certain things. He didn't force her. He just said he inspired her thought process. Triggered certain synapses and said, yeah, do you know what? Let me go and taste one of these apples. Hey, Adam, come here. Look. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's hypothetically the tree of knowledge or whether it's an apple, that is, you know what I'm saying? So that's another.
Yep. It could be something
Tree of
else, we
knowledge.
don't know.
But yeah, bro, like it's all inspiration. It's all inspiration. Everything is inspiration.
It is,
Inspired.
bro.
You're inspired.
Like, you got me sitting there, the brain's ticking over like properly. Like I'm listening, I'm taking in what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's-
man.
It is.
Because the influence, you get me, and then you inspire your children to move a certain way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You provoke that thought process.
Yeah, your
Bro.
influence could spark inspiration. Or it does generally do that anyway.
In my head, anything what makes you think differently to what you had in mind and act upon it. That motion there before you act upon it, and in between that, before you act upon it and after the person has said whatever they've said to you, that to me is the blurry lines
Yeah,
of
that's the crux. of it,
influential
bro. Yeah.
and inspiration.
Because I'm sitting there thinking it's the terminology of the word when people use it that is different. Because people, like you said, it's the same thing, but people use inspiration as a term where it makes you want to, like you said, you want to try something out. Oh yeah, you inspire me to write music. You inspire me to draw.
You inspire me to roll this blunt. You inspire me
that's
to.
right. Yes, sir.
Yo.
Yeah, but
It's
influence.
just the terminology.
That's
man.
what I'm saying. The influence now, the way they use the word influence is, oh yeah, my behavior has influenced you to grow that blunt or to partake of smoking.
I believe that's the end product of inspiration. Nah, where's Goose? Come on,
Okay,
let's get into
okay,
it. Let's
he's-
get me. We're coming to the end of the
He's
thing,
dragging
man.
it
Let's
up.
get into it. I'm
Let's,
trying to
yeah,
see
man,
what
may as well.
is-
Inspiration and influence. Which one you going for? I'm gonna go for the other one. Both ones out. We're doing that. What is the meaning of influence?
What you were doing here?
Yeah, bro, I spoke to the phone.
I know, I heard it. Drag it. Why I texted this.
Okay. Ready? Okay. The power or capacity of causing an effect in direct or intangible ways. Huh? Yeah. The power or capacity of causing an effect in indirect or intangible ways. Okay. Okay.
Say it one more time.
Yes, sir. What is the meaning of influence? Yeah, the capacity to have an effect on the character development or behavior of something or someone. Okay, that's a better explanation. Yeah.
Alright. Inspiration.
What is the meaning of inspiration?
What happened there?
No. There we go. Alright, Google.
Alright.
Right.
I guess said that again.
Let's do it.
I don't think.
Yeah. No. Said. What is the meaning of inspiration? Phone? Process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially to do something creative.
Yeah, especially people bracket it to be creative.
Yeah,
you get me. But that thing there,
yeah, there we go.
Telling you,
practically,
yeah. It's your mind, that thing,
yes,
that thing.
See?
You get me? That thing.
As we pointed out, it's the terminology and how they're using the words, but it's practically the same thing,
bro. It's that thing.
Cause and effect, and that is simply exactly what it is.
You get me? But it's just, and you know what I say? Don't force it. See if your youth don't rate you or whatever the case, because it's like that sometimes. Yeah, don't force it.
Nah, you can't.
Be the best man you can be.
That's right.
You get me?
And they will see that.
Yeah. In some shape or form, whether they're now, whether they're 40 years old, or whether it's until they take for them to have their own child to see the real graph or the real.
I'm a truster in that, brother. It definitely does. Certain people don't understand what it is or what it takes to be a human sometimes until they actually have their own children.
Real time, real stuff,
serious things.
Real stuff. But yeah, my bro. Tap that off me.
Yeah, definitely. Inspiration and influence. My brother, definitely. Same thing. Practically.
Nah, different.
Nah. They're different things, but they're the same thing.
Same chain
That's
reaction. Same thing in the chain of life. They're connected.
They are connected. As we are connected to our children, my brother. And inspiring them and being an influence to our children is what we all want to be. There's no ups or downs about it. We all want to be that kind of influence to our children that makes them or inspires them to do something great. None of us want to be sitting on the sidelines and saying, oh, you know what, I wish I did this, or I wish I did that, or I should have been more of an influence to my child. Time is now.
Thing there.
It definitely must be. It definitely is. Yeah. And you don't want to be that guy. So my brothers, time is now. Take the opportunity. If you haven't done it, whether it's your fault or not, take it into your own hands right now. Be present, as my brother pointed out. Influence will follow. There's no other way about it. It definitely will. My brothers, you already know where it is. Like, share, subscribe, do the flicky button.
Don't be shy.
Please don't be shy. My brothers, I've been B.
I'm Nay.
Thank you. Stay blessed.
More love.